Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to go through some Azure resource tagging. I'm going to explain to you what it is and how we can use it and where it can be useful. So what is resource tagging? Basically, tagging allows customers to mark their resources with specific, meaningful values that assist with the manageability of Azure. So why is it important? These tags can provide insightful information when exporting data from Azure. This data may help identify costs, management, and accountability. I'll give you an example of where this might be useful. Sometimes big organizations have multiple departments. These tags can be used to distinguish resources that have different resource owners. So for example, if your development team has their own cost center, you can tag these resources with that cost center so you know where to back charge them to every month. This can actually make billing a lot easier, especially when you're doing cross-charging and back-charging within one organization. Give you an example of some of this resource tagging. So if we log into my QuantSec account, and we go straight to virtual machines, we'll find a virtual machine that unlikely has any tags at the moment. As we can see here, there's no tags. So I'll click on change, which will give me the option to create some tags. So just off the top of my head, some that we usually use are environment, and so that's the tag name, and the value of that tag will be production. So this is now a production VM. One that we might use would be managed by, and we might put QuantSec managed service. Role is a good one. Domain controller. And finally, cost center. So the cost center for this virtual machine probably be IT. So what we can do here is put the cost center for IT, which let's just make that up, CC01. We hit save. And now we have these tags that show up. So what we can do now is we can actually search using PowerShell or CLI or other tools that might export all your virtual machine data. We can search by tags. So if, for example, we want to find all the machines that we're going to build to CC01 this month, then we'll search for all the virtual machines that have the cost center of CC01. When you're adding the tags from this part of the portal, your resources that are attached to the virtual machine will not inherit these tags. That's something that you may need to do via a script or when you're provisioning new VMs. There's also another option of using Azure Policy, which we'll go through later. Azure Policy will ensure that virtual machines cannot be created or certain resources cannot be created without having tags in place. So we can make it mandatory that the administrator has to have an environment tag and a role tag and a cost center tag. Hope that helps. Hope that clears up any confusion with Azure resource tagging, and join me later for the Azure policy run through.